does social media affect human psychology?
Yeah, it corrupts the mind.
It corrupts the mind.
Yeah.
What else is it? Just what do you mean by it corrupts the mind?
There are so many things out there that they have to corrupt you. Like evil stuff. Like the fastest way to get something out there is through social media. And if you want something bad or something, I don't know. If you want anything bad or anything good to get out there, just use the social media. Because you know the multitude of people that use social media is so big.
See, okay.
So it gets around the world like in a minute
Yeah.
or a second. Yeah.
So what are the effects do you think are there psychology that social media may have on psychology?
Okay. Social media can be either positive or negative. Positive, people might have higher self-esteem. Because now, if you have so many friends on Instagram or Facebook, you think that that's reality. But in reality, you don't have actual friends.
I agree with you, man.
Yeah.
Social media is bullshit, man.
But then now, negative is
Yeah.
that it brings up other psychological, mental illnesses like depression.
Yeah.
You know, some people have cyberbullying. Yeah?
Yeah.
When you're being bullied over the internet, emails, Facebook, DMs, whatever,
Yeah.
it can get to you real quick because you don't have anyone to talk about.
True, and you go on social media and think people actually give a shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I completely agree with you. Actually, I've never been a big fan of social media. I feel like it's kind of it's a fake way of connecting to people. I prefer actually connecting people face to face.
Yeah, the negative aspect of social media is that it's stealing the show of communication between parents and children.
Yeah,
Eyeball to eyeball connection. I mean, you don't look at each other in the eye.
I know.
Our daughter cooks food and she calls her partner.
I know, right?
Supper is ready. What's that, my friend?
That is not good, actually.
It was not meant to be like that. The daughter
Yeah.
would run and find out daddy,
Yeah,
knock
food
the
is
door,
ready. True.
food is ready, and dad would come down. Now,
It doesn't happen anymore.
it's bringing a state of isolation even within the family.
Yeah.
People are in their home, but they are not communicating.
True.
It's killing communication. It's killing family time. It's killing friendships. It's killing life.
True.
That's what I can say.
Yeah, I agree with you. You know, it's when I was younger, we used to be told that when my mom finishes cooking, she had to say, take this food to your dad or go call your dad and tell him dinner is ready. But nowadays, you don't really have to do that,
Yeah,
honestly.
he's upstairs. I can call him.
Yeah,
That's not society. It's dying. We are killing society. We are killing relationships. We are killing life.
I think it's important that people know that as much as they say the internet and social media brings us closer, in truth, it's actually creating more distance between us.
Isolating us. You can't see how I'm talking when I'm sending the message. You can't see my emotions. You can't see my colors, on intonation on my skin. You can't see my smile.
I know.
So it's a good media,
With
but
smiley
it's killing
faces.
up a lot of that which was rich in terms of building character, moral fiber in the days that went. And if these young people continue like this, how will you be doing WhatsApp with your 2-month-old baby?
I know, right?
Social media has definitely become a menace in the society. Look at these people, seated together, yet they are not really connecting. One would think that they're talking to each other and in a deep conversation, but truth of the matter is, each one of them is on their gadget, either on Facebook or Instagram or some other, or YouTube in fact. This is something that we need to change as a generation. For even if it's not for our good, for the good of the coming generation. Because let's be honest, the connections we make with people in our lives is what helps us survive in this society. It is what keeps us going.
Yes,
Yes, it does.
because anything, remember we said in psychology, it deals with human behavior and mental processes. So anything that will affect someone's thinking, someone's feeling or the mood, and even the way they behave. And social media is one of the things that can affect that.
Okay.
Yes.
So can you give me like maybe like 2 ways in which it affects? Might affect.
People can get even addicted to social media, where you cannot do without looking at it and you are always on it. And if it gets to a point where it is interfering with your daily functioning, then that's the problem. So, and not all social media, and we know not everyone will get affected. As we are saying, currently, right now, I did a research with the university students about their use of mobile phone, and I found that they use mobile phone to cheat. They use mobile phone to copy exams and all those things. They also, some of them would not even eat because of their mobile phone. You see, those are effects that are negative. While we know social media is not supposed to be as negative, but people they overuse it, or they don't know how to control themselves, and they get affected negatively.
Okay.
Yeah.
Social media affects both sides. There's positive, of course, and there's negative. So it's up to a person to use it the way they want it. Yeah. So personally, I am a young person. I use phone like often, and it's like a friend. I can't imagine losing my phone, but it's been it's quite the way you want it to be. It can be positive or negative, so it affects us so much. Yeah, and even mentally, because you find someone will feel bad because they haven't liked their photo like the way they expected it to be. So it ended affecting their self-esteem, the way they think about themselves, the way, everything. So it affects us in a different ways.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me, do you think there's a statement you made? You said, I look at my mobile phone as a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, so tell me, if you told the psychologist that, let's say, a counselor, would they refer to it as a disorder, or would they refer to it as a problem that you have?
Yeah.
What are the possibilities that they would refer to it? Say on a scale of 1 to 10.
Oh, a disorder, it goes, because before it's called a disorder, it has to be like really examined. Maybe if I can starve and prefer to buy credit for those small issues, and until it mounts up to a certain level. Like maybe I have anxiety when I don't have my phone, things like those ones, until it reaches a point, maybe up to 9. Yeah, that's when now they'll tell me I have a disorder. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know, what is it called? I don't think they have a name yet.
For it.
Yeah.
Alright. So, do you think social media affects human psychology?
Yeah, definitely. And
So you think it has an effect on human psychology?
it does,
Okay.
because the more you're exposed to a particular content, the more likely you are to act out on it. And there's several media theories that explain the media effects. So definitely, social media does impact people, mostly negatively, because of the content that is out there today.
Okay. Give me like a few, maybe like 2 or 3 effects that you can want.
Like, I think there was this time that someone killed himself because of the Red Bull makes you fly advert.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, I mean, it's serious.
That's so stupid. My God.
So this he was actually quite young. He was a boy, and he threw himself off a building because after drinking Red Bull, because he thought that what was portrayed on telly was actually reality. So the more you're exposed to that content, the more you tend to believe that what is portrayed is actually indeed reality.
He was a white guy, huh?
I think so.
Yeah, I know. It has to have been a white guy. An African is not that stupid. We're not that stupid, honestly. I'm just saying, we're not that stupid.
Wow. Okay.
It's white people who have such problems. It's just stupid idiots. Anyhow, no offense to you guys, though. I'm just messing around. So, what are the effects? Apart from that. What, you can't think of any other one?
You totally confused me, the whole white guy thing.
Really?
Yeah,
No.
it just like now I'm just thinking about how white guys throw themselves off buildings and stuff.
Alright, fine. Okay, stop thinking about white people. Think about black people now. I just think about everybody in general.
I think it does. Social media does shape the way people think. Like, there's lots of perversion out there because you find that most content, like everything that sells these days, has to do with sex. If anything is selling, it definitely has sexual content. So perversion is something that has come about as a result of social media as well. So there are lots of effects.
This should probably be the norm. You know, meet in a restaurant and talk about our day, or meet anywhere else and talk about our feelings and what we feel about a certain situation, other than doing it virtually. This is what we refer to as real connection. This is the way that we live. This is the way that we would survive. This is the way that we would be able to combat things like suicidal behaviors. This is the way that we'll be able to combat things like social anxiety. All these disorders can be prevented if people would just decide to meet each other and actually talk about what they feel. Talk to each other like real people. We're social beings. We're meant to communicate with each other in person, not over social media, not through some connection.
It does affect someone's psychology, because basically, as he said, it's all about the behavior and the mind, how they interact. So mostly maybe I would say, for myself, I've experienced a situation in which social media has affected someone's psychology, because I once had a friend who never really believed in herself. So what she would do is she would post almost naked photos online so that many people would like them, and that would give her some sense of self-worth. And there was a time when she posted a photo but no one liked it, so in the end she ended up committing suicide. So I can say it has quite an impact, especially on the youth of nowadays. Social media is almost everything to them.
Yeah, it does, by the way, it does. Because let's be realistic here. For example, in relationships, nowadays, people, when some relationship, what happens when you get broken or something happens back to you, you just go post it on social media. What happens? For example, let's say you're broken up with somebody. Then somebody just say, sorry, I wish I was in your shoes, give me just false hopes. So that, to me, it's a yes, because they always give you that negative, that feeling of being, how can I say, a feeling of you being as in you're accepted in the society. But yet, the person on the social media doesn't know what you really go day by day.
Okay. I beg to differ, because I think as an individual, the way you are, you should be okay. So it doesn't matter if outside forces come through or social media come through, it really doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah. You might be wondering why I'm standing next to a body of water and why I'm using water as my reference point. Well, point is this. Water is usually very peaceful, but at the same time it can be very destructive. Now, that is social media. Social media can be good, but it can also be very bad. Now, when I put my hand in the water, if you notice properly, the flow of water was disrupted. That is exactly what social media does to our lives. It disrupts the flow of our lives. And why do I say this? I say this because social media has given us has made us think that we are actually connecting with each other, while in a real sense, we are not really connecting with each other. And you wonder why we have social anxiety disorder. You wonder why people commit suicide. You wonder why people believe that they're not good enough. Social media does this to all of us. It does this to most of us, at least. I don't like social media. Of course, it has its good parts. It has its good points. It helps us connect very fast. But really, do we really connect? It's no longer like before in our forefathers' time when we talk face to face and we really connect. I can see you smile, I can see you laugh, I can see when you're laughing, I can see what I say how it makes you feel, pretty much. Anyhow, to get more on social media, join me same time, same place next week, where we will be talking more and in more detail about social media. Sayonara, people. The water is mine. I'm good. Bye-bye.